Abercrombie & Fitch said, we go after the cool kids. If they didn't look a certain way, they didn't belong in our clothing. Are we exclusionary? Absolutely.
You can maybe even smell it now. In the late 80s and early 90s, Abercrombie & Fitch was the it store at the mall. Shirtless jocks stood guard at the doors. Kids couldn't get enough of the place.
The new documentary, White Hot, The Rise and Fall of Abercrombie & Fitch, unravels the mystique and explores the darker side of the brand. Allison Clayman is documentary's producer and director. She joins us live. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
I watched the documentary. It is fascinating to see how all this transpired, because I didn't realize Abercrombie & Fitch was this kind of outdoorsy, targeting middle-aged men many, many years ago. Tell people who haven't seen it how that evolved into this, frat guy t-shirt company.
Totally. The whole established in 1892, it wasn't just a made-up slogan. There really was a Mr. Abercrombie and Mr. Fitch who combined and had this outdoorsman brand that was very dominant, especially in the first half of the 20th century. When the brand fell on hard times, Les Wexner's company, The Limited, or then L Brands, eventually took it over. And it was really when they installed the CEO, Mike Jeffries, in 1992, where the modern day Abercrombie was born. The concept that they wanted to be the coolest brand for 18 to 22-year-olds. And the way they decided to do that was this combination of sort of alluding to that elitist heritage kind of brand of the past, but completely transforming it with sex and youth, and everything from their marketing to the way they staffed and laid out their stores was very much by design.
So when did the true controversy kick in? When did people start to rebel, so to speak, within the company?
I would say that, through the 90s to the turn of the century, the brand was doing gangbusters. It had an IPO in 1996. They started making revenues in the 100 millions and then the billions. But there was something very conspicuous about their look. They touted themselves as all American, but actually what that meant in practice was buff men, buff masculine men, very skinny women, and who are predominantly white and, a very kind of waspy particular look. And they enforced this not just through their marketing, but also through how they staffed, how they staffed their stores at the retail level, at the mall level. And that's where they really got into trouble. Fashion is an exclusionary and discriminatory industry, but Abercrombie kind of was more flagrant and went above and beyond in terms of how they curated the staff of their retail stores and were firing people who didn't meet not just the beauty standards that they wanted to enforce, but frankly, if there were too many non-white people as well, they were firing people.
It was amazing how you saw that they actually had a lookbook. Like, here, we want people to look like this. We don't want dreadlocks. We want this. We don't want this. And then certain people would be staffed at certain times a day. It's really unreal. Had that ever happened before anywhere else?
I mean, the fact that it was so explicit and that it was so top down, and they were kind of worse offenders than all of their comparable brands at the time, The Gap, Old Navy, Banana Republic, again, I guess those are all the same family. But if you name it, they did not curate their staff racially in this way. And that's why when Abercrombie was sued in a class action lawsuit in the early 2000s, the brand settled pretty quickly because they knew that they were caught. I agree. I was so shocked at how top down this was. I grew up in this era, and Abercrombie was considered like a very cool brand. And also, if you had eyes, you could see that it was a very white brand. But I think the idea that it was the sort of middle-aged and upper management people, from their home base in Ohio that were enforcing this at malls across the country, making surprise visits where you had to ensure that you had the coolest and frankly best looking and frankly whitest people, on duty that day. That's a crazy story, and this really wasn't that long ago.
So Mike Jeffries no longer with the company. He was not interviewed in this piece, but where does the company stand now?
Well, Mike Jeffries left and hasn't been with them since about end of 2014, 2015. Their new CEO began afterwards, and they committed to a full rebrand. Now they frankly look like what is considered best practices, good business practices today. They embrace diversity of, beauty standards, of body types, inclusivity. And that's definitely, in my view, and I think most people's views, an improvement. But I think it's important to kind of look at what they're doing through reality and not through the lens of corporate spin. It took them a very long time to accomplish this rebrand, from the times that they were called out for this behavior. And frankly, Mike Jeffries, after that massive settlement and a class action lawsuit, stayed in charge for another decade. It also takes a lot more than just the CEO to accomplish what A&F did across the nation. So I think, a real reckoning with their past might be different than sort of a rebranding to fit in with what the cultural norms are today.
Well, it's called White Hot, The Rise and Fall of Abercrombie & Fitch. It's streaming now on Netflix. For more, you can follow Allison Klayman on social media. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.